Well, we took some time off, but we're back. Welcome to Armstrong Acres.
Happy 2025!
There you go. So we needed to take some time off to enjoy the holidays and actually remember part of why we moved up here was to be around family, to actually enjoy this time and not just spend every waking moment working. It is a balance we're trying to learn, and the time off really helped. It really took a load off of us for a minute. But like I said, we're back. We're getting back at it. This week, I'm replacing the front door and refurbishing the back door. I asked a young man from work, who is a really good dude, if he would come out and help me put in the front door. You can do it one man, but it's just much easier with two people. And you know, you'll hear a lot of people say things, negative things about young guys right now, and he is an example of a really good dude. He is almost half my age, but knows twice as much about carpentry and construction than I will ever know. He works unbelievably hard. And I mean, he voluntarily came over here at, I don't think we got here till 3:30, 4 o'clock on New Year's Eve. And he stayed for 2.5 hours probably, helping me get that door in. So big shout out to Gabe. He's a good dude and he really pulled through for me on this. So time to get back to work. What?
Let's get back to work.
Yeah.
The lighting's terrible.
There we go.
Can we get it out this way?
I think if we just...
Yep. That's not what you want.
I've got a big bar if we'll need it.
Wonder how that's down there.
There we go.
I don't know if they would have glued it yet or not.
I don't see any
It
nail.
doesn't look like it.
Like little finish nails on the front.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it's like cut into the trim piece, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might need that big one.
All right. Yep. Oh.
And then go back.
Oh wow.
Give me 2 seconds. Oh. Actually, that top feels like it doesn't want to hang up as much. So.
Yeah, if we can get that top off, that'd be good. You want the big one?
Is there still a nail up here or something?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think right here where this. Yeah, that was it. Oh.
Well, there's that.
And there's that too.
Sweet.
The porch is starting to look like it did when we moved in.
Yeah.
37.5. So our opening is 2.5 inches, I think. Big up top, so our trim won't cover there.
That's fine.
And then or 39 3/8, and the door is 37.5.
Okay.
Which our trim would cover that opening, but the well, wait, no. Once we get that piece of 1 or 2 by in there, it might be all right actually.
I mean, if I have to make a custom piece of trim out here, it's not the end of the world.
Honestly, I think we're gonna get lucky. This might be the easiest old door I've ever seen.
And I don't, like, I know the door's old, but I don't know when it was installed.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been one that my Pat bought at an auction and just threw in because it was nicer than the door that was in here. I don't know.
Yeah. Holy cow, they used 3-inch slabs the whole way across? Is that right?
Probably. So I get all the wall boards of that. Yeah. That's probably just a wall board that they cut in half. To put a doorway in.
This house isn't gonna go anywhere, is it?
No. That's when I did the back deck, I bought a level and put it up. This house, and I bet you we took 6-8 tons of trash out of this house that was in it for 50 years. This house is still damn near perfectly level. Because it's built
That's
out of...
crazy. I mean,
It's crazy.
gotta take a picture. I've never seen a house built with 3-inch slabs of wood the whole way up. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Like the sill on this thing, the Amish guy said he thinks it was 19 inches thick. 'Cause he started drilling through and he was like, I don't have a bit long enough to get through this thing.
yeah, that's nuts. Let's get that piece cut, and we'll put it in there. We'll probably have to shim it some,
Okay.
and then we're gonna have to cut. We're gonna have to kind of custom cut it too, because our the threshold on that is gonna come out to about right here, and it needs to be completely on a board.
Okay.
Wait, I'm thinking that wrong. No, that's what you run your J channel to, my bad. So we should be able to just cut that piece of 2x4 at 3 3/4. If we cut it rip it at 3 3/4, we should be all right.
Okay.
Then you run your J channel underneath it.
Sorry, we're putting in a door, so...
Oh my God. You guys have fun, okay?
Yeah. All right. Shove back.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you want me to shove back something?
I'll get it.
There.
Certainly don't mind.
So obviously at this point we lost our audio. I should say it was New Year's Eve, and we thought, everybody working thought New Year's Eve was going to be a half day. It actually turned out to be a full day, so we were starting this project around the time that I figured we'd be finishing it. None of us noticed that we lost the audio because we were working and running around. It's just kind of one of the pitfalls of doing this kind of thing on the fly. But I should say, when we do actually get audio back here in a second, just bear with us because the mics were dead, so it's just camera audio. That's why it's not quite the same quality it normally is. But at this point, we're just test fitting the door, trying to make sure that everything fits and we've got room. At the very top, we got 1.25 on car side and, oh geez, 3/4 on that side. And at the bottom, we got 1.125 and 1/2 inch.
Opening is like 39 3/8 of the door is 37.5, and just spray foam.
This is what it looks like at work too.
Is it?
Doing stuff and I'm standing around watching.
Can we slide it over to the car side? 3/8 of an inch. Oh.
Probably more than 3/8. Still more?
1 second. Okay, that's pretty good right there. All right. I have a hold of the door. Would you mind checking the plumb?
We're pretty much spot on. Catching the rug.
Yeah, and this brick stuff. I think if we move the rug, you got the door for a minute?
Yep.
So, unless you take this stuff out, your door won't open with this rug here.
Okay. I don't know what's on it because there's like this subfloor and then there's subfloor into that. I don't know what that is.
And that's back against the whole wall the whole way, right?
That's the top though.
No, it's all okay. Good.
Yeah, the top's pulled out.
That's about where it goes, right? Right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh. And it's back against the whole way at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, it starts to pull away pretty low, but
Push it back against the whole way up. So that was gonna be so easy.
I'm sure that's why the last door had that piece sticking way out the front.
Oh yeah, it did have that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to build a trim around your trim, basically.
Editing Charlotte here. So for a little explanation, I'm not sure that it's 100% clear. The frame of the door is going to stick out more on the top, on the outside of the house. Because while the house is completely level, it turns out that the walls, the exterior walls, actually lean in a little. They're a little more narrow at the top, I guess, than they are at the bottom. The old door did this and it drove me bananas, and I thought we could fix it with the new one, but as it turns out, that's level when the door sticks out a little bit. Here's a picture so you can see. Seriously, we're gonna have to keep that stuff sticking out like that?
Yeah.
That sucks. Well, I guess when we do the siding, we can kind of
It'll
it
add
out
it,
somehow,
yeah.
all right? Okay.
Yep.
All right, then I'll live.
Okay. I'm gonna put a screw, I'll put it through whenever I'm ready, but I'll put a screw through where I'm gonna put it and then just stick the shims in there.
Alright, give me 1 second.
Go ahead and get some shims in, and then I'm gonna pull it out to about where it needs to be. Okay, do you have it shimmed up pretty good? Let me check it. The plumb. Oh shit. Sweet. That makes me happy. This is. Why couldn't our day go like this?
Do you need me to bring you a light out here?
If you could, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you.
How's that?
It's better. Getting there. So honestly, probably just have to take the one you just put in out. What sucks?
There, that one's out.
Okay. Now, you might have to run the driver. Yep. Okay, let's try her one more time. Fingers.
Alright. I mean, the reveal looks good.
Damn, you're dead nuts. So, you can also adjust those screws
In the threshold.
in the threshold,
Yeah.
and you can pull it down.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that I would, honestly, because over time that'll work itself, you know? So
Yeah.
I think
I'm content with that. I mean, all I gotta do is push a 1/4 inch to a latches. That's
it'll loosen up over time. So now we'll just put one more screw in on each side, and then you have yourself a door.
sweet.
I like putting these doors in way more than those ones we get at Sheets. Those ones suck.
I do agree.
I don't know. This house is what, 200 years old, and we did not fight this door anywhere close to as hard as we would have at Sheets.
Yeah, I really need to shine the light like from over here.
A pair of sunglasses.
Finishing touches. I'm not laughing. Fits like a glove.
What's that?
I said it fits like a glove.
Put the deadbolt on.
Look at that.
I'm showering and drinking.
Woohoo! Happy New Year!
Now that you'll understand what that footage is, I'm gonna go ahead and get to work on this back door. I gotta block the, I got some plywood to seal the hole. We're gonna pull the back door. The bottom part needs to get puttied where a dog scratched marks into it 50 years ago. And the top is gonna get stripped and painted. Okay, first step, I stopped and bought a piece of plywood. So we're going to screw this off. That way I can go inside and remove the door and start getting it cleaned up. I did get a full-size sheet, and you know, somebody might ask why I'm not cutting it down. It's because I hate to cut a piece of wood that I'm only going to use for something like blocking a hole one time, because you never know when a piece of plywood's going to come in handy again. Because of the weather we're having, I'm not going to be able to paint the front door. I can paint the inside of it, but I won't be able to paint the outside. Oh, for God's sake. Can you just... There we go. That's my very nice porch light. The old Pap Special. We'll see what the seal looks like on the inside. After I do this, see if we have to caulk it or anything. Worst case scenario, spray foam it. Keep the breeze from blowing in the back door. Because one of the other jobs we've got coming up is my buddy brought me the new furnace. So that we'll actually have a warm house this winter without running 6 space heaters and checking the coal furnace every 10 minutes. But it's not getting installed until he has some free time to come give me a hand. So, like I said before, the plan is this top one I can take off, probably put it on the kitchen table, strip it, and then paint it. The bottom one needs some wood filler and some other stuff like that. Whew, there's a lot of these. Go ahead.
What's up?
All right, now watch out for a second.
Okay. I'll move. Don't worry.
There we go.
Whoa. That's weird. And then boom.
And then boom. Definitely need to seal that. Well, we'll put some spray foam on it. There you go. I'm gonna move the camera, I'll show you what we're working with. Okay, so you can see here, there's all these deep gouges from dogs, which matching this quarter round piece in here would be, or the routed edge, it's gonna be pretty hard, so we're just gonna get it close-ish. Eventually I can deconstruct this door and put a new fin in here, but for now, if I can just get this built out smooth and maybe just make this a mostly rounded edge, then we can strip it and paint it. But you can see somebody at some point tried to patch it with some kind of putty and never, they just kind of stuffed it in there. The putty. I haven't thought about it this way, but having pulled the door off now and seeing the state that it's in, I have a sinking suspicion that doing these doors is going to be a lot like doing the stairs and painting the kitchen, where I had just kind of gotten used to the shape it was in and hadn't really paid attention to it in a long time. Because I'm looking at it now going, man, these look freaking terrible. I should say, just because I'm thinking about it, I was talking about Mr. Gabe. He, well, first of all, he's the youngest kid at the company, and he's the only one that gets called Mr. anything. But that young man is one of two or three people I've ever met that I would put in the same category of being capable of doing a lot of work as I would put myself. And I don't mean that to brag, I just mean that's like the one thing I can work really hard and for a long time and keep going. But working with that kid, there were times when we were out of town that we'd be on hour 13 building a gas station and working, and me and the other guys that are our age that are all hard-working dudes would be like, I'm done, I can't do anymore. And old Mr. Gabe would be the one going, how'd you guys feel if we just did one more hour, because we could finish this project or that project? That's where our age would have to step in, and we'd say, no, I don't have any more in me. I'm done, I give up. He's a heck of a guy, and I can't speak highly enough of him, especially for all the help and knowledge that kid has. It's kind of mind-blowing. I don't know if he's going to watch this, but if he does, I hope he doesn't take offense to me calling him a kid all the time. It is much less to do with his age, more to do with my age. I've got some of these discs I was using on the stairs that I used the corners of. There's still enough paper on there that I can use them on this. So, you look pretty good. Probably in some way helps if I have it plugged in. Not so bad. The backside doesn't look nearly as bad, but it's obviously an oil-based paint. So I want to hit these spots where the hinges sit and just a real light scuff on the whole thing so that the new paint I have will adhere a little better. Matter of fact, we're going to change this down to a higher grit. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, I got the wood putty put in. It's not going to be the world's greatest. This part will be really nice. The edging's not going to be the greatest for now, but it's going to look 10 times better. So I'm going to let this sit and dry until tomorrow. Then I can sand it and start painting this back door. But for now, we can go upstairs and start working on the front door. Which is good. I'm tired of being in the freaking basement. The day we installed this, I spray foamed. I don't know if Charlotte recorded that or not, but I'm going to have to cut it off. I'm going to spray foam from the outside as well. And then I have the trim to go back up around the door. I'm just going to have to do something custom on the side. It gets a little taller at the top and tapers at the bottom. So I don't know if I'll get to all of that this week.
Are you tearing down that stuff?
Cut that down, yeah.
Help, it's fun to touch.
Go ahead.
I can tear it down?
Yeah, you want to try to get it even.
Oh, I get your pocket knife. Sweet. Oh, it's yellow inside.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, this is not easy for me.
It's very cold. Very, very cold. I'm just gonna try to trying to make sure the camera doesn't blow over. So one other thing that I gotta do while I'm waiting on that wood putty to dry before I go down there and sand it is with this tile here, we can't put a floor mat down, and because this is the most used door where people are in and out, I'd obviously like to be able to do so. So it's just been, I guess, laziness. I've never bothered to finish taking the rest of these tile out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these out, and then we can put this rug down and figure out a new tile or something for this down the road. Definitely should have done this a lot sooner because this is not hard. All right, it's the next day. Got a pretty solid snowstorm going outside. We're supposed to have a function tonight. I have a feeling it's going to be canceled. So I'm going to get to sanding on this. This will probably be about the last thing I get done for this week's video. So I'm going to start it with this heavy grit and just see how fast it's knocking this putty down. If it's going too fast, then I'll switch to a higher grit and take my time, but I don't know, because it's pretty thick in some spots, so we'll give it a try and see what happens. Yeah, AC/DC. Definitely time to switch to the higher grit, but I'm just trying to get a feel. I'm gonna have to build this up even more. That sucks. I gotta get this painted so that we can get the door put back up and have two functioning doors again. I was really hoping I went heavy enough yesterday, but I could stand to build this part right here up a bit more. Pad. Shoot you down. Get you down to the bottom. Shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you. Ooh, yeah. 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 Down. So what I'll do is I will build this thing out. Then I can start painting that top part of the door and everything on here that isn't getting the putty. And that way it'll speed the process up for tomorrow a little bit. Oh, come on. I'm not drying out already. That's still pretty wet. If I can get it out of the tub. Well, my parents got tickets for all of us to go see AC/DC in May, including Bean, which means that just like her big sister, her first real concert will be an AC/DC concert. Bean loves AC/DC because I love AC/DC. She used to dance in Charlotte's stomach. We have videos of her kicking and dancing when I would play AC/DC. I guess I can pull the hardware. Yep, pull the hardware and go from there. How about that? So far, it's already really nice. You had to slam the ever-loving crap out of that front door to get it to latch. And the back door isn't really much better. So having these new doorknobs, oh man, is it nice. Okay. And I can hear Bean upstairs playing the piano. Almost there. There she is. You off top. Man, I wish that had been good enough. That's a bummer. Okay, so for this week, we got the old front door removed. Impressed Mr. Gabe with the amount of, or with how level this house is. And got the back door removed, puttied, sanded. Gonna have to do another sanding. But, all in all, it's not too bad. So, if you check back in next week, we should have both doors installed, painted, trimmed out, and finished. So, do us a favor, leave us a like and a share and all that stuff that YouTubers say all the time. And come back next week to see how this all turns out and helps kind of almost finish the kitchen. We're definitely making some progress.